All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will begin. Let me share my screen. So we're going to go to www.jobsinme.com. Once you're there, you're going to scroll down to the kind of center left and click on Create a Job Seeker Account. And a box comes up and you will need to put in your first name, last name, an email address, a telephone number, and a city, state, or zip code where you are located. And I'm going to put Portland, Maine. Okay. Once you hit enter, it'll go to a second box. And it asks you if you would like to get email updates from us and you agree to the terms of use and policy. You would create a username and a password. And the password needs to have at least 6 characters, one that needs to be a number and one that needs to be a capital letter or an uppercase letter. So, and you can see that it might be hard to see, but when you do those things, the words turn green, and green means good. And then the orange button submit turns orange and you click submit. Oh, and it says I have an error. Oh, username. It told me, it gave me a little error message on the bottom, said that username is already in use, so I have to figure out another one. I just put numbers at the end of my name and try it again. Yay. So I am signed in. After you sign in, this is called your dashboard. And what that dashboard tells you, it says welcome. It gives you any information about jobs that you've applied to, any jobs that you've made your favorite, and it gives you a place where you can create a resume. So while we're here, let's create a resume. So you can either build a resume or upload a resume. Let me just show you what build a resume does. So I'm going to click that and it brings me to a resume manager. So here you need a name for your resume and it can be just your name, my resume. The next thing, it wants you to make this your default resume. I'll go into that in just a few minutes, but I'm going to make that my default resume. And then I need to find a category that fits my resume. So I'm going to click on that box. When I click on that box, it gives me a lot of different categories. These categories help match you to what you're looking for, what you've done in your background. I've been a teacher, I've done customer service. So I would look at those different categories. So if I type in teacher, and I can't spell today, it doesn't come up, but education does. So I choose that. And also customer service. So if I just start typing a word, it appears here. In this area, for select a job category, you can choose at least 1 and up to 3 categories that fit your resume. And then we go into the details. So you can fill in all of this information. I'll just go through it and the folks will translate. Interested in telecommuting? If you're interested in that, that means working on a computer, not in an office, maybe at home. And are you willing to relocate? You would click those boxes if you would like to. Travel availability, if you want to travel with your job, or if you don't want to travel with your job, no traveling, up to 25%, 50, 75, and you want to always be traveling for your job, like a traveling salesperson. The next item is a position term, whether you're looking for full-time or part-time work, or you want a contract work or per diem. I know in the nursing field, they have many jobs that are per diem. The next is a position type, whether you'd like to be regular, whether you want an internship, seasonal work, if you're looking for seasonal work, or temporary, temp to hire, volunteer work, domestic, if you're looking for medical trials or school year. Most people are wanting just regular work. Minimum education is the minimum education that you have, high school or equivalent, some college, associate's degree, bachelor's degree, master's degree, an MBA, which is Master's of Business Administration, I believe, a PhD or other professional degree like electrical or plumbing, if you have those certifications or a degree in something like that. And then the next is your career level. Are you a student? Are you going to school and trying to look for work at the same time? Do you have about 2 or less years experience, 2 to 10 years, more than 10 years? Manager, director, or an executive? Pay type, what kind of pay you're looking for, salary, hourly, commission, or volunteer. I'm looking for hourly. And then you can choose your pay range. So the pay range is a little bit different. It jumps by 5s and then 10, 15, 25, 35, 50, 75, or 100 per hour. And I know that depending on different parts of the state and different positions, what the pay range is, sometimes the best thing to do is to leave it blank and to search for what you're looking for. You can fill in any of those details if you'd like, or you can leave them blank. It's totally up to you. Next is the resume details. So you can create a resume right here on the website by filling in your name, email, phone number, address, your work history, education details, and any other details. Or if you already have a resume that you've created that's on your computer that you're working on, you can just go to upload resume. And when you do that, it asks you to choose a file. And the best thing to do is to keep your resume as a PDF file. A PDF file is a more secure way to keep your resume. And it's easier for employers to print that way as well. So there it is. Once you upload it, it appears right in that area. Down below it, we have an area where you can add attachments. If you have portfolio samples or letters from people you've worked with, things like that, that's a great place to put your information for employers to see. Any kind of teaching licenses, any professional information, that would go right there. And then you want to make sure you save this. So you click save. And then the box appears, resume successfully updated. So I'm going to show you my profile. So we're going to go back and talk about the default resume. So I have a lot of different experiences. I have teaching experience in customer service, and I used to work in the outdoors. So what I've done is I've created resumes for each of those areas. Depending on the type of job that you're looking for, you want to gear your resume to what you're looking for. If you're looking for nursing and you have some experience in nursing or healthcare, you want to create your resume for that reason. So you can have as many resumes as you want, but you do want to make at least one your default resume. So I'm going to put this resume as my default resume. And then I'm going to go down and I'm going to save that. Okay. So when you have a default resume, employers can search for you. Depending on the categories that you've placed, like right here is general labor, that's what I chose that fits my resume. Employers who are looking for general laborers will find my resume. So we created an account, we created a resume. Now it's time to search for jobs. On the top of every page is a place where you can search for jobs. Doesn't matter where you go. You can go to our left-hand menu and choose Browse Jobs. But you can always search at the top of our screen in the two search boxes. In the first search box, you would put in a job title, a keyword, or a company. So a large job that is on our site and is in our communities is nursing. There's always a shortage of nursing, but there's a huge need, especially right now. So I'm going to search for nursing. And in the second box, it asks, where are you wanting to look for a nursing position? You can put a city, state, or a zip code in this area. So when you start typing in an area, it will populate different places. I'm just going to choose the general Portland, and then it gives me a list of different nursing positions. Now, when you put in a specific area, it defaults to 25 miles from that area, from that zip code. And I know that many people depend on public transportation and car sharing. You can change that because 25 miles is kind of a large area. You can shorten that to a 10-mile radius. I would definitely do that. And it's sorting by relevance. So it's sorting, it's saying, okay, we're looking up just nursing within Portland in 10 miles. So it gives me Falmouth, which I could probably take a bus to Falmouth, but I'm not sure. Portland, oh, I know Maine Medical Center. I know there's bus stops near there. There's Scarborough, that's a bit of a haul. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this sort by to I want to be as close to Portland as I can, or as close to where I live as I can, which is, so I do that. There we go. Portland, Portland, Portland. So it sorts it a little bit better by what you want. If you want by date, by the most recent, this job in Scarborough was posted today. And this for Spurwink. It's not a nursing position, but it was posted today and today. Okay. Another great thing you can do is you can save your search. So I'm going to click Save Search, which is right under the search bar here. I'm going to click that. And you can save this by whatever you'd like to call it. And then you can choose when you get emails that follow this search. You receive email notifications when new matches to whatever you've searched for come. So you can do every day, every weekday, Monday through Friday, once a week, or just once a month. And you're probably thinking, why is never an option? Why choose never? Maybe if you choose to save that search but to never get notified, what you can do is whenever you log into our website, you can always search for that, but maybe you just don't want to get emails about that. So that is an option. Another thing, so I'm going to go to the left-hand menu and I'm going to click Browse Jobs. This is, again, just another way to search for jobs. The top one is you can search by companies in Maine, and it lists all the companies that have active jobs on our site. Okay, scroll down a little bit further. It sorts by jobs by the city or town in Maine. So if you're maybe in Lewiston, you click L and you would click Lewiston, and it would give you all the jobs in Lewiston. Wales is a little bit further out, but not far from Lewiston, just like northeast of Lewiston. But it shows you all the jobs that are in that area. Okay. And then on the bottom, it's by industry. So when you create your resume and you choose different categories, this is the same. These are the same categories. So if you're looking for a job in the insurance industry, you can click on insurance, and then it'll show you all the jobs that are active on our website with the category of insurance in Maine.
We appreciate everybody joining us today. If anybody has any questions, please don't hesitate to contact Mariah or customer service, and we will be happy to answer any questions you have.